everybody. Happy Saturday. It's your girl Heather back for another video. And I am on here this morning making French toast for the family. Look at my eyebrows. It's 9, well, no, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, but I'm on here this morning walking you guys through for breakfast for my family. We're making French toast and eggs. That's the breakfast for this morning. I've been craving French toast. My fiance was like, yeah, babe, let's make some French toast, or let me make French toast because he don't cook. And he got work this morning. He works this week, and he works like every third weekend for his job. So I decided to get up and make some French toast for my family. So guys, walk with me this morning. Please hit the like and the subscribe button. Be greatly appreciated. And be with me on this video. All right, everybody, I'm getting the ingredients out for my French toast currently. So I will show you how I make my French toast. Everybody has a different method in making their French toast. I got my method from my mother, God rest her soul, and it's very delicious according to my family. We love it. It's very tasty. So I'm currently looking for butter in my refrigerator because there's none unthawed, so I'm gonna have to get some out the freezer. But we have butter. Butter. Imperial butter is the butter that I use for my household. I've been using it for years. So, ingredients. So I use butter, cinnamon, nutmeg if I have some, vanilla, and I whip the eggs up, put some milk in it, whisk it up, and there you have it. I do use oil for my French toast to fry it, excuse me. But that is how I do mine. So I'm just gonna let you guys watch me as I cook breakfast this morning. As I get things started. I got the fan on because it's hot as heck up in my city today. Already early morning and it's humid. So forgive me if you see the little fan twirling in the video up top there. It is hot. So I wanted to kind of cool myself down while I'm cooking. I'll get my ingredients, guys. Be right back. Vanilla. A little bit of sugar. And I'm back. I'm also put a little bit of sugar, just a little bit in my egg mixture, so it can be sweet. Vanilla, which I actually use imitation vanilla, not real vanilla. I don't know why it's cheaper and it tastes the same result. So I use imitation vanilla, and I got my, I can see this, my cinnamon. Those are the ingredients to some great French toast, ladies. So I just put a little bit of oil into the I just put a little bit of oil into my pan. This is what it looks like. Excuse me if y'all can't see that, but I don't do a lot. Y'all can see it. Just a little bit of oil is all you need. But yeah, just a little bit of oil, ladies. You don't need a lot. You don't want it to be overly saturated with oil and it's soaked into your French toast. I just do just enough oil so it can give my French toast that crunch, because we like crunchy French toast. So I just use a little bit. But depending on how big your family is, some people use butter. Some people just melt butter in the pan and do each French toast that way. I don't. I like the oil. It makes it, excuse me, it makes it crunchier. So to me, that is best. Eggland's eggs. These are the eggs that I use in my household. For me, it has all the yummy vitamin D, the vitamin B12, B5, B2, D and E, and it has loaded with omega-3. So for me, it's very healthy for me because, like I said, you guys, as you know, I have kidney disease, and I also have very low iron to where I'm getting iron effusions. So I can use all the help I can get when it comes to my vitamin and nutrients. And I do take a one-a-day vitamin, multivitamin occasionally, but with the iron right now, it constipates me really badly. Excuse me if that's a little TMI, but I'm just keeping it real. You know, it is what it is. And as women, we need to know, you know, what works for our bodies, and when we have to go through certain things, what it entails when, you know, you have issues with low iron and you have to get iron infusions or you have to take an iron pill. There is side effects to it, which for me is the constipation. So I do take stool softeners every day, but it is, you know, something that I deal with, and it's working, you know, it works out. So I hope everybody had a good week. My week was awesome. I did have to leave work early on Thursday after I got my infusion, ladies, because I was so exhausted. I got up at 4:30. I left the house at 5:25, and by the time like 12 o'clock kicked in, I was so tired. I couldn't keep my eyes open. So I had to actually contact my boss and let him know, like, you know, because I'm a radiology scheduler for my hospital. Excuse me. So I had to literally contact my boss and say, you know what, I can barely keep my eyes open. And I got that infusion, and yeah, I was exhausted. So I did have to leave. It was only 2 hours earlier than my regular shift. I felt bad because I really did not want to leave everybody hanging because we're very short staffed right now, but it was necessary because there was no way I was going to finish out the day the way that I was. So I had to take that time, ladies, but I was well rested the following day. When I woke up on Friday morning, I slept most of the day Thursday. And when I woke up Friday morning, I had a really good day. I was, you know, energized. I felt good. I didn't feel really sluggish or sleepy on Friday. And that was the first time in a long time that I actually felt, you know, good and rested throughout my day. So I feel like the iron infusion may be just now starting to work. That was my third one. And it really had an impact, or is starting to have an impact on me and my energy. So I'm very, very happy with that, because I was like asking the nurse that morning, like, I was so exhausted. I was like, when is these infusions going to start working? She's like, well, maybe third time's the charm. And I'm like, I hope so. I really do hope so, because my energy level's been so down lately. It's been really hard to like do anything, like to enjoy my family, to go out shopping, because as you know, I'm getting married at the end of this month. And it was just hard to like to do what I need to do without being overly exhausted. So I'm getting there, ladies. I'm getting there. I gotta wash my hands from cracking eggs. Got a little bit of egg yolk on my hands, and I don't like to cross-contaminate, so bear with me. I'll be right back and going over to the sink. I'm out of gloves, ladies, so this is why I don't have my blue gloves on. My fiance got to get me some more today. So I'm going to be hand washing a lot throughout my cooking process right now. If I had my gloves, I would have to, you know, keep washing my hands. I would just flip them off and get a new pair, but I'm out. So hand washing it is, because I am very, very keen on my cooking and not cross-contaminating and making my family sick. So I'm gonna put the vanilla in there. Ladies, I'm gonna tell you, I don't measure when I cook. I just kind of go by ear and how I want my stuff to be. So I'm not gonna really tell you guys how much vanilla to put in your French toast mixture. Put as much as you feel. I normally put like maybe 5 capfuls, and that's mildly, to say mildly, because like I said, again, if I taste the first French toast that gets done and it seems like there's not enough, I might add some more. But right now, I'm going to start with 5 capfuls of vanilla. So I was also thinking, ladies, on this channel, I know I do a lot of meal prepping or meal cooking with you guys on this channel, and I want to do more shopping videos to kind of show you guys budget, you know, how to shop on a budget for a family. I'm a family of 5. You know, I have 3 kids, 1 grandbaby on the way, and 2 of my kids live in the household with me. My youngest daughter, she does not. She's in college, or she's get ready to go back to college, so she just generally throughout the year doesn't stay here. But she does come over and eat whenever she wants something to eat. You know, she'll be like, Mom, did you cook? And she'll come over and have something to eat. And same with the cinnamon. I don't measure. I just sprinkle enough in there until I feel like it's enough. But yeah, so I didn't know, like, as far as doing vlogs on cooking and doing vlogs on my shopping trips and things, I'm definitely going to vlog my wedding. When I go to Vegas at the end of the month, I'm going to vlog that whole trip, ladies. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for that video on the Vegas trip, the Vegas wedding, and just our time down there as the new Mr. and Mrs. Watts. But again, I wanted to just see what else you guys would like to see on the channel. I want to have discussions, like, you know, real talk. I want to have serious conversations about, you know, being a mother today in society. I really want to talk about our children, raising our children. You know, I want to talk about, you know, going through different things as women, like if you're single, married, or divorced. You know, there's a lot of issues that we go through as women, and we deal with it. And we put on a lot of hats being mothers, so it gets complicated sometimes. So I just wanted to get on here and talk about a lot of issues as women. So look forward to, or stay tuned to videos as far as motherhood and different things that we go through as being mothers in today's society, raising our children. I really want to touch on topics that really put an impact on, you know, that's my son. He was taking my puppy downstairs, the new puppy, because he barks a lot, and I don't want him barking in the video while I'm recording. So he took him downstairs so that way you guys don't hear a lot of barking, because it's morning time and he gets real hyper. So yeah, I just wanted to, about to put the sugar in my French toast and the milk. I don't measure the milk neither. I use 1% milk in my household. My fiance is the only one to drink whole milk, but I do 1%. Everybody else in my household drinks 1% milk. It's healthier. We try to get as healthy as we can. Huh? What is that, Fitbit? Those are nice. But yeah, so I don't know. I just thought that on this channel we should really touch base. It's like I want it to be a community. I want it to be a community of us communing with each other and talking about women's issues. I want everything to be like open discussion on this channel. Like if you don't have a girlfriend, or pretty much you're not social or don't have friends, I want everybody to be able to come to this channel and let it all out. Let it out how you're feeling. Let it out whatever issues that you're having, and we can come together communicatively and talk about it and help each other get through it. So that's my goal for this channel. But we'll see. Let me know what you guys want to see, or what topics you want to touch about down in the comments, and we will definitely touch base on all of it, ladies, every last bit. So ladies, this is what my mixture looks like before I mix it all together and beat it. I put everything in there. We got your cinnamon, we got your vanilla. I put a little bit of sugar in here and some milk. I don't measure anything. I got about 6-7 eggs in here, and hopefully that'll be enough for the family, or I'll just make another batch of batter and get everybody right. But this is just what it looks like. So it's really easy to make French toast. You can alter the ingredients the way that you want with your French toast, depending on what type of French toast you want to make. There's so many different varieties of French toast that you can make. So experiment a little and do what you feel for your family and what you guys would like to taste, what your taste buds will inspire you to do. I'm about to do the egg seasoning. Got my favorite Morton's. I use this on almost everything. It has everything in it. So ladies, if you have a supermarket and you can find this seasoning, buy it. It's a great thing to have in the kitchen. It's a seasonal. It has a lot of stuff in there that I like to use on my foods, and I'm about to season these eggs with it. because I use it for everything. And I also put a little bit of milk in my eggs because, again, I think I mentioned this in a previous video. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. For those of you who are return users, you've probably already seen that video where I told you how I make my eggs and how I make it fluffy. I always put more in seasoning salt in there. I always try to have this on deck in my household. And then I always put some milk in my eggs. Not a lot, but at least about maybe 2 to 3 ounces of milk, because it makes your eggs so fluffy. I don't like dry eggs, so when I put milk in it, it makes your eggs fluffy. So if you guys need a trick, or if you guys need a little bit of information on how to make your eggs fluffy, if you ever wondered how do people make their eggs fluffy in restaurants or anywhere, family members' houses you might have went to, the trick is in the milk. You put the milk in the eggs. But yeah, so my fiance's up. He's about to get ready for work. So it is my duty to try to get his breakfast ready first, and everybody else can eat after that. Because I definitely want him to be able to eat some food before he goes to work. The honey is requesting 3 French toasts. So it is my job to oblige that, because I want to make him happy and I want his belly to be full leaving out for work for today. So he will get his 3 French toasts. I'm about to go cut the oil on and get that warmed up so I can start dropping these French toasts. Be right back. All right, I'm back. I also wanted to mention too, when I do my eggs, I know a lot of people scramble their eggs differently or whatever, but I actually put, I don't use oil in my eggs. I mix, shall I say, lubricate my pan with butter. I put butter on the bottom of my pan, I melt it, and that's pretty much my oil, because butter sometimes has a little bit of oil in it. But yeah, that's another thing that, I don't like greasy eggs, so I use butter for my eggs. And I just use about a tablespoon or 2, depending on how much eggs I'm mixing in that pan for the day. I'll just put a few tablespoons in there, let it melt. Once it's completely melted, I'll put my eggs in, and I just let that start to slow cook. And then once the bottom is pretty much fluffy, because you can tell when your eggs are pretty much fluffy on the bottom, then I'll start scrambling them. Because if you start scrambling them too soon, you're gonna have, the eggs don't turn out right. Trust me when I tell you guys this. Let them start to cook a little bit, like if you're gonna make an omelet. If you guys don't know how to make an omelet, I can do that on a video as well. I can make a video on how to make an omelet. They're really easy to make. Depending on what ingredients you wanna put in there, they're great. But anyway, you put the, you let your eggs kind of cook on the bottom. And once that bottom is all the way cooked, not all the way cooked, but you know, cooked enough to where it's firm, then you start to scramble them up, and there you go, your eggs are fluffy. So this is about as much butter as I put in my pan before, you know, to melt it. This is the bread I'll be using for the French toast. I always buy the Sara Lee bread. I'm not real big on bread, but Sara Lee, a whole grain. It's white whole grain bread, if y'all can see that. It's a really good bread. It's really soft. It stays soft. It doesn't get hard fast. I know a lot of times you go to the grocery store, you'll bring the bread home, and like a couple days later, the bread is hard as a rock, or it's stale tasting or filling. So this bread, it will stay soft for weeks if you want to keep it in your house. I've definitely had bread in my house from this brand for, shoot, I'm gonna say maybe like 2-3 weeks, and it was still soft 2-3 weeks later. So yeah, I'm making everybody 2 French toasts, so the family of 5. this is what happens to your bread, because you know you use a lot of it and when you're making French toast. But I gotta get my eggs, guys. So this is what I'm talking about when I say let it kind of cook on the bottom where it gets like this, and then start to scramble your eggs up, because when you do that, that makes them fluffy, and it literally are done in seconds after that. So this is what I was talking about when I say let your eggs on the bottom get to that state of being together, and then scramble your eggs. So there you have the eggs, and I'm about to start dropping this French toast. I can't keep you guys here for that part because I don't want to burn it, but I'll take little snippets of video to show y'all my French toast as I'm completing that process. Alright guys, you see how I did that? You dip your French toast in the egg mixture, or shall I say your bread in the egg mixture, and you just let it brown on each side in the oil, and there you have some very yummy French toast. When I'm done, I also sprinkle some extra cinnamon on it. But this is pretty much how you do your French toast. Each side you let it dip for about 5 seconds, flip it, let the other side soak for 5 seconds, shall I say, and then put it in the pan. Make sure your grease is hot, that's important. Don't put it in cold grease when you dip it in the pan, otherwise it's going to soak into your bread and it's not going to be crunchy.